I think all artists' work is self-portrait. And my whole intention of working with the antique was to make a connection between me and this anonymous sculptor. To meditate on a guy carving, and to meditate on the marks, and to leap across these generations, 1,000 generations, to be one with art. When it was proposed to me that I could make an installation here, I toured the collection and found a poet from the cult of Orpheus and Two Sirens behind him, a female muse. It spoke a lot to me. I thought this would be great to use them as the beginning of something that I could abstract from. I'm not really interested in the myth of Orpheus, but it was inspired by the poet singing with the sirens behind him in the Villa's collection. It's so much like the way art is made, an artist and the muse. When I saw those three figures at the Getty, I knew this was for me. And I didn't question why it was for me. It's just something I felt in my stomach. And that's what I do. That's the way I work. That's my method. We've just put these two pieces in. There'll be other sculptures, but these are the two that have been carved so far. So we're putting them in the space we made exactly like the room at the Villa, even though we're in Walla Walla, Washington. I wanted to see how the figures worked with my handwriting and my poem. And I'm quite pleased. You see, when I paint it with the white, it reveals itself to me. The painting on wood is really quite interesting thing for me to do. The wood receives the paint in a very sensitive way. I paint them as though they're paintings. I mean, even though it's three-dimensional. I didn't know what I was going to do, how to interpret the main figure, the main head, until I just thought, what the hell? I mean, I'm the poet. Why not make it really personal?
That's cool.
What you do is about your comment on the human condition and being part of it. There's nothing else. I'm thinking two more figures like these, variations on these, plus the big head, so it'll be 5. When I saw the head and the two figures, I felt the room needed 2 more. And while the original piece is only 2 sirens and the Orphic poet, I felt I could take as many liberties as I wanted, so I needed 2 more sirens, 2 more muses. And I didn't want to put the same figure in. I wanted a dance in there of the 4 women. So I took and am doing this. I'm altering the statues so that the heads are different, so that it has a movement of its own now, I believe. And it's a movement of mine rather than a mimicking of what the original sculpture was. And it will make for a livelier dance in the room. The paint was abandoned because it was covering up too many imperfections that were coming through, and it was a little bit like lying. So I sandblasted them and left just the barest hint of the paint, and got an effect I felt that was appropriate for the antique, a way of speaking across the centuries. Put it up. All right, try it on that one.
Yeah, I can push it out.
All right, wait a minute, hang on.
Yeah. No, actually, that works just fine.
Okay, drop it. Watch your feet. I'd like to move her back there into the corner onto that thing. Can you do it by hand? Could you move this one to that?
To that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, stop. Back this way a little bit. This one, spin it just a little bit counterclockwise.
Okay, now lean it towards me.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
So that's it.
that's it. For the time being.
Yeah, wait till he gets down there.
I know.
I forgot how ugly the floor is. I mean, in an institutional way, it's fine. But for me, it's the kind of floor I'd like to really mess up. Okay, so here's the deal. We can start putting on this kind of patina on the wall, over the whole wall. And I'll show you how to do it. Okay. Okay? How I want it. This is a little dark. There's too much of a grid on yours. And then I'll start to write. And when I start to write, then eventually you all, including Diana, can write. And I'll come in and correct. That'll be the strategy. So I correct, and by correct, I mean I'll make it my way, but you try and make it my way. My left arm, look, you see, it's much longer than that. It's from working with your hands. I mean, there are some artists now, and many artists now, who don't use their hands at all. It's all about the concept and having it executed, which I understand. I use that myself sometimes, but there's nothing as pleasurable for me as making marks, of drawing, using your hand. The hand has some kind of memory. If you stand right here, you can inspect it there. If you were over here,
I don't know, it's
pretty
pretty
good.
fantastic. And look, come over here for attention.